Hola, hola a todos y bienvenidos a otra clase de inglés con Richard. Hoy tengo una prueba de inglés. Tengo varias preguntas y vamos a tratar de eso, saber quién puede tener las más respuestas correctas. Antes que empezamos, recuerden que si eres miembro de mi canal, nivel plata y arriba, pueden unirse a la conferencia. Ahora voy a pasar el enlace aquí. Si quieren unirse, abajo hay un signo de dólar, abajo del chat, donde pueden unirse. Tengo 3 niveles, bronce, plata, oro. El oro incluye clases grupales privados cada semana. Y los miembros, no veo miembros ahí ahorita, pero los miembros pueden ir a la, ¿dónde está este tab? Que lo voy a poner aquí en el chat. Y desde ahí van a encontrar el enlace para unir a la clase. Vamos a ver primero qué tenemos quién tenemos en el chat. Tenemos Elena, Beatriz, Mariel, Leo Strike, Carlos Rosales, Rosie. Hola a todos. Hilda, Melanie, Diana, Cynthia, Mary, Rosetta. So, vamos a empezar. Tengo muchas preguntas. Lo que voy a hacer es voy a preguntar y voy a explicar también las respuestas. Voy a explicar las respuestas. En este momento no tengo nadie en la conferencia. Vamos a empezar con las preguntas. Déjame mostrar la pantalla. Ok, ahora deberían ver la pantalla. Y empieza con los primeros 10 preguntas. Los primeros 10 preguntas. Podemos hacer este más grande, creo. O tal vez no. Ya, ese es mejor. Tal vez podemos hacer fuente más grande. También vamos a hacerlo 20. Lo que tengo aquí es 2. Tienen que escoger entre 2 o 3, creo. 3 opciones. So, en el primero es water is to boil, is boiling, or boils. De esos 3, ¿cuál es lo correcto? ¿Cuál es lo correcto de esos 3? Escriben sus respuestas en el chat. Escriben sus respuestas en el chat. Como no tengo nadie en la conferencia, ¿cuál es correcto? Water is to boil, water is boiling, or water boils. Realmente este debería con la prueba. Vamos a quitar eso. Vamos a quitar eso. Water to boil, water is boiling, or water boils at a temperature of 100 degrees centigrade. So we got some answers. We've got boils from Mariale. Ricardo says boiling. Kevin says boils. Many people say boils. One person says to boil. The others are split between is boiling and boils. Now, the correct answer is boils. Why? Porque water is boiling. Este no tiene nada que ver. Está mal. Aquí tenemos 2 tiempos. Water is boiling. Is boiling es el presente continuo. El presente continuo usamos para cosas ocurriendo en este momento. Entonces, está mal eso, porque no estoy hablando de una cosa ocurriendo en este momento. Estoy hablando de un dato general, un dato científico. Water boils at a temperature of 100 degrees centigrade. So, es un dato. Tenemos que usar el presente simple. Son los que dijeron water boils. Felicidades. In some countries, there is or it is very hot. Which one is correct? There is or it is. Escribe sus respuestas. Y tenemos la primera respuesta de Rosy y otra de Cynthia. Tenemos Rosy, Cynthia, Mario. Rosy dice, it is very hot. Cynthia dice, is. And Mario dice, there is. Solo una persona es correcto, obviamente. And la respuesta correcta es, it is very hot. It is very hot. Esos son incorrectos. So, si tienen una manera, notar cuántas respuestas tienen correctos. Hi, Emma. Tengo Emma. Emma es un miembro de mi canal. Hi, Emma. Emma, si quieres, puedes visitar el sitio web, la tab de la comunidad que he puesto ahí. Y ahí vas a encontrar otro enlace para juntar a la clase en vivo, en línea, para que puedas responder con voz. Question number 3. In cold countries, people wear thick clothes for keeping. Wait a minute, I'm not on the... In cold countries, people wear thick clothes for keeping, to keep, or for to keep warm. Thick clothes. En los países fríos, la gente lleva ropa grueso, for keeping, to keep, para mantener cálidos. Somebody says here, tracker is for keeping, to keep. Angie says for keeping. Carlos says to keep. Mary says for to keep. To keep. And to keep is the correct answer. Congratulations to anyone who got that correct. To keep. To keep warm. In England, people are always talking about a weather, the weather or weather. A weather with the indefinite article, the weather with the definite article, or weather without any article. Which one is correct? Which one is correct? So we've got Hilda says the weather. Rosie says the weather. Jorge says the weather. Todos esos son correctos. Mario says the weather. Yeah. Es un ejemplo. Generalmente en inglés no se usa el artículo definitivo, pero usamos el artículo definitivo, que es la palabra the, cuando solo hay una cosa de eso. The weather, la clima, solo hay uno. Entonces sí, tenemos que usarlo. Y la respuesta correcta es the weather. The weather. In some places, it rains. There rains. It raining almost every day. Which is correct? Which one is correct? No, I don't want those yellow. I want them bold. It rains, they're raining, it raining. It rains, says Angie. It rains, says Hilda. It raining, says Mario. It rains, says Carlos. It rains, Joe. Yeah, the correct answer is it rains, present simple. It's present simple porque estamos hablando de una cosa que pasa casi todos los días. Y cosas generales que pasan todos los días, usamos el presente simple. In deserts, there isn't the, some, or any grass. In deserts, there isn't the, some, or any grass. Anybody? Rosie says any. Cynthia says any. Yeah, the correct answer is any, porque Usamos any en negativos y preguntas y usamos some en afirmaciones y isn't es un negativo. So ya tenemos que decir there isn't any grass. There isn't any grass. There isn't any grass. Places near the equator have a warm or warm weather. Even in the cold season. The warm or warm? The warm. Oh, warm. No, aquí es un poco confuso porque arriba dijo que usamos the. En este caso sí usamos the con weather, pero aquí no, porque tenemos antes un adjetivo, warm. Entonces, en este caso, places near the equator have warm weather. También estamos hablando de lugares cerca del ecuador, no, equator, que en español es el equatorio, Ecuador, creo. Places near the equator have warm weather, not the warm weather, just warm, con el adjetivo sin la palabra the. Number 8, in England, the coldest, colder time of the year is usually from December to February. The coldest, says Carlos. The coldest, says Cynthia. Y eso es la respuesta correcta, porque este es el superlativo. Con el superlativo siempre tenemos que usar el artículo. The coldest, the biggest, the hottest. Siempre. So this is the correct answer. Let's remove those ones. Sorry, there's a fly or something buzzing around me. Hay una mosca aquí. The most people don't know what it's like in other countries. Has anyone got the answer to this one? Most of, Irma, most people. Yeah, the answer here is most people. Es como en español, la mayoría, pero en español se dice la mayoría de la gente. En español sí se usa el artículo, pero en inglés no. So, las respuestas fueron the most of, y la respuesta aquí es most people. Sorry, hay una mosca aquí que es muy fastidioso. Very little. Very less, very little, very few people can travel abroad. Hi, Gabriella from Finland. Thanks. Yeah, we got few people, very few. Yeah, and the answer is few people. Porque few usamos con sustantivos contables y people es un sustantivo contable. People es el plural de person. Tiene dos traducciones. Es personas y es gente. Y aquí estamos hablando de personas, muchas personas. Y personas y people en este sentido es contable. Entonces tenemos que usar few. Little se usa con sustantivos no contables. So la respuesta aquí es few. Vamos a seguir. ¿Cuántos tienen correctos? ¿Alguien que tiene 10 correctos? 10 de 10. Si tienes 10 de 10 correctos, probablemente no Necesitas más clases de inglés. Vamos a seguir, tengo más. Aquí es como un paráforo acerca del el boxeador Muhammad Ali. Y tiene algunas opciones. Muhammad Ali has won or is winning his first world title fight in 1960. Has won is winning. And Nidia Guzman says, won. Are you the same, Nidia? Are you from Monterrey, Nidia? I think so, yeah. Hi, how are you? Yeah, the answer is one. Why? Because this one here, we are talking about the past. The past. We're talking about the past. Ian also says one. It's in 1960. So, ya 1960 ya se acabó. Tenemos que usar el pasado. Muhammad Ali won his first world title in 1960. After he had won, have won, or was winning, this is number 12. Creo que algunas personas, Irma, no sé si esa respuesta es para el Irma, puedes unirse a la clase si quieres. Had one, says Angie. Was winning, says Mario. One, says Rosie. Had one, says, yeah, what's that name? I can't read it with my glasses. Marielle Creo. And the answer is, yeah, had one. After he had won an Olympic gold medal, aquí este had won es el pasado perfecto. En español es como había ganado. Es que es como el pasado del pasado. Aquí decimos, after he had won, el had won es en el pasado. Yeah? After he had won an Olympic gold medal, so vamos a quitar los otros. Esos son mal. Y lo correcto es had won. Eso también tiene que ir. Pasado perfecto. Oh, no, perdón. Me quité mal. After he had won an Olympic gold medal, he became a professional boxer. Seguimos con la historia de Muhammad Ali. His religious beliefs have made him to, or made him, esas son las tres opciones, change his name when he became champion. ¿Cuál es correcto de esos tres? Nos vamos a mover eso ahí. Who's got the answer to this one? Made him, says Mario. Made him, says Hilda. Made him, says Carlos. Made him, says Jose. Very good. Yeah. Made him. Simple past. Vamos a quitar eso. And vamos a quitar eso. Sorry, vamos a quitar eso. Porque la respuesta correcta is made him. If he would have had lost his fight with Sonny Liston, no one would have been surprised. If he would have, or had lost. Has lost, would have lost, or had lost. Esas son las tres opciones. And Irma says, had lost. Very good. Past perfect. Again, had lost. Had lost. If he had lost his first flight with Sonny Liston, no one would have been surprised. He has traveled a lot, both. Yeah, I think this is no es una pregunta, pero está mal. Debería decir aquí. He traveled a lot in a simple pasado. Both and or as a boxer and as a world famous personality. He traveled a lot, both and or as a boxer and a world famous personality. Sorry, yeah, Angie says both, and Jose says both, and this is the correct answer, porque aquí hay dos cosas. Es como, viajaba mucho como boxeador y personalidad famoso en el mundo. He is very well known all over the world. El asunto aquí es que este fue escrito antes que se murió. Creo que se murió así el año pasado. Entonces, esos verbos, el travel aquí fue en el presente perfecto y este es en el presente, porque si está vivo usamos el presente, pero ya tengo que cambiarlo. He was el pasado. He was very well known all in, all over, or in all. All in, all over, or in all the world. ¿Cuál es la expresión? ¿Cuál es la expresión? He was very well known, all in. And Irma, the member of my channel, has the correct answer. Very good, Irma. All over. All over the world. All over the world. Many people are believing or believe he was the greatest boxer of all time. Present continuous is believing. Present continuous are believing, but with another verb, and believe present simple. Believe says Mario, believe says Angie, believe says Ricardo. Rosy says are believing. The correct answer is believe. No podemos, este verbo believe, creer, es un verbo que se llama stative verb in English. Eso significa que esos verbos no se puede usar en el continuous tiempos, con ing, porque son verbos que representan estados, no acciones. You believe or you don't believe. ¿Crees o no crees? Good. To be the best form of the world is not easy. To be the best from the world, in the world, or of the world. Which one is correct? Which one is correct? To be the best of the world, no. Sorry, Irma, no. Mario, Jorge, Cynthia, in y Ricardo, of. La respuesta correcta, Hilda says, of. La respuesta correcta is the best boxer in the world. In the world. The best boxer in the world is not easy. Like any top sportsman, Ali had to, must, should train very hard. Had to, must, should. Which is the correct answer here? Had to, must, should. Had to, says Angie. Should, says, must, says Irma. No, the correct answer is had to. Es obligación en el pasado. Must. I must train very hard is now, en el futuro. He had to es el pasado de must. Porque must, tenemos en el presente must y have to. Pero no hay un pasado de must, entonces tenemos que usar el pasado de have to, que es had to. So, like any top sportsman, Ali had to train very hard. Had to. 20. Even though, that should say though, not tough, though, even though he has now lost his title, people would, will, or did always remember him as a champion. Again, este está mal porque ya no, no está vivo. Entonces deberíamos decir, even though he has now, no es now porque ya se murió hace 2 años, creo. He lost his title. People would, will, or did always remember him as a champion. Mariela says will. Cynthia says did. Carlos says will. And very good, because the correct answer is will, because estamos hablando del futuro. Es una predicción del futuro. People will always remember him. So estamos haciendo una predicción del futuro. Very good. Vamos a seguir con más preguntas. ¿Alguien tiene 100% correcto? ¿Quién tiene 100% correcto? Anybody? Si tienes 100% correcto, eres un genio. O eres un nativo que sí habla inglés. Number 21. Many teachers say to, say, tell this. ¿Es this otro ensayo como de otro tema? No de Muhammad Ali. Many teachers say to, say, or tell their students should learn a foreign language. And we got 3 answers. Carlos, Mariela, or Marielle, and Angie say tell. Minnie says say, and Joel says say to. La respuesta correcta aquí es say to their students. Many teachers tell their students. Si quieres usar tell, tienes que decir, many teachers tell their students that they. Si vas a usar tell, básicamente aquí necesitas un sujeto. They. Many teachers tell their students they, pero no, como no lleva el sujeto, tenemos que decir say to their students. Say to their students, say, estoy mal, perdón. Many teachers say their students should learn a foreign language. It's just say, perdón, not say to, it's say, no la bien. Say, many teachers say to, perdón, say to. No, que estoy mal. Many teachers say their students should learn a foreign language. Many teachers say their students should learn a foreign language. Learning a second language is not the same as, not the same like, not the same than learning a first language. And Angie says as. We got any other answers? Like, Emma says like. No, learning a second language is not the same as. No es lo mismo como. Ese es como se dice eso en inglés. Not the same as. Not the same as learning a first language. It takes a long time. It takes long. Sorry, I said this wrong. It takes long time, it takes long, or it takes a long time to learn any language. It takes long time, it takes long, or it takes a long time. Carlos says a long time. Mario says a long. Irma says to learn, but the 3 options, Irma, are long time, long, or a long time. Long time. No, la respuesta Correcto is a long time. It takes a long time to learn any language. It takes a long time to learn any language. It is said, se dice, that Chinese is the world's hardest or more hard language to master. Hardest or more hard. Hardest says Angie, Joe says hardest, Irma says hardest is correcto. The world's hardest is a superlativo. Lo más difícil. The hardest. Lo más difícil. English is quite difficult because of all the exceptions. Who, which, what have to be learnt. Who, which, or what? Relative pronouns. Who, which, or what? Yeah, which. We've got some people saying which have to be learnt. Use which for a thing. This is a thing. Cosas que tienen que aprender. It's a thing. So we're using which. You can learn the basic structures of a language quite quickly, but only if you are wanting, will to, or are willing to make the effort. Are wanting, will to, or are willing to make the effort. Hold on, just hold 1 second because I've got a problem with the chat now. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I had a problem with the chat. Sorry, number 27. A lot of people aren't, which one are we on? Sorry, number 26. You can learn the basic structures of a language quite quickly, but only if you are wanting, will to, are willing to make an effort. We got some are willing, says Ricardo, and that is the correct answer. Are willing. Wait a minute, I just moved something there now. Are willing, but only if you are willing. Only if you are willing to make an effort. A lot of people aren't used to the studying grammar in their own language. So Ricardo says to study. Rosie says which. Carlos says to study. Anybody else? Hilda says to study. Mario says to study. Ricardo says to study. No, the correct answer is to studying. En realidad tengo el to aquí dos veces. No debería tener el otro to aquí. Used to studying. Esta estructura used to, que es solía. No, perdón, acostumbrado en español. Acostumbrado. Aren't used to. No están acostumbrado to studying. Está siempre seguido por to, used to más studying. Verbal be, aren't used to studying, aren't used to eating, aren't used to sleeping. Good. So, vamos a ponerlo amarillo. Many adult students wish they would start or would have started or had started their language studies earlier. Would start, would have started, had started. Would have started, says Angie. Carlos says would have started. What else? Would have started. Would have started, had studied. Well, that's the previous one, Irma. Yeah, we're on the next one. I think your internet. Irma, you should join the. Deberías juntar la conferencia. Had started, yeah, it's past continuous. Had started. Many students wish they had started. Había empezado en español. Had started their language studies earlier. Many people wish they had started their language studies earlier. In some countries, number 29. Oh, you couldn't. Why? What happened? ¿Por qué no? Tiene que ir a la tab de la comunidad. Pero, ¿qué pasó? Te vas a la tab y ahí hay otro enlace. Déjame poner aquí otra vez. Ahí tienes que ir, y ahí hay otro enlace para juntar la clase. ¿Dónde estamos? Déjame ver. Number 29. In some countries, students have to spend a lot of time working by working in their own. So what do we got? We've got Cynthia on, Nydia by. Yeah, the correct answer is work on your own. On your own is the expression. Solo. I'm on my own. Significa que estoy solo. On my own. On their own. On their own. There aren't any, there aren't some easy ways of learning a foreign language in your own country. There aren't any, says Irma. Very good, Irma. Yeah, because it's que vimos antes. Easy ways of learning. Es a negative, so tenemos que usar any, no some. Some es para afirmaciones. En negativos usamos any. Ok, vamos a seguir. ¿Quién tiene 30 preguntas correctos? ¿Alguien? Creo que tengo 10 más aquí. Number 31. Some people try to improve their English by hearing, by listening. Creo que, sorry, is by hearing. Yeah, pardon. Some people try to improve their listening by hearing, by listening, or by listening to the BBC. By hearing, by listening, or by listening to the BBC. Irma says listening. Unfortunately, SO is incorrect, Irma. Hilda says by listening to. Very good. Listening to. I'm listening to the BBC. I'm listening to my English teacher. Listening to. Live life living. Live life living. with a foreign family can be a good way to learn a language. Nydia says listening too. But that's the previous one. Here we want, Irma says living with a family. Very good, Irma, yeah. I'm responding to Irma first because she is actually a member of my channel. So los miembros siempre tienen prioridad. Y también los miembros de plata y oro pueden unirse a la clase directo. Number 33. It's no use to trying to learn a language just by studying a dictionary. So these are the three options. It's no use to try to learn. It's no use trying to learn. It's no use in trying to learn. Anybody? Hilda says in trying. No use in trying to learn. I think actually, yeah, there's no use trying. No, in trying tiene que usar con there is no use in trying. There is, pero aquí dice it's. Como dice it's, tenemos que decir trying, no in trying. Many students would rather prefer not to take tests. Many students would rather prefer not. I've got, así tengo el mismo aquí dos veces, ¿no? Many students would rather not, Yeah, solo hay dos aquí. Es un error. Vamos a quitar eso. Many students would rather, okay, yeah, aquí son las tres opciones que tengo. Many students would rather not, prefer not. Tengo lo mismo dos veces, estoy confundido a mí. Okay, yeah, las tres opciones son many students would rather to take tests. Many students prefer not to take tests, or many students would rather not to take tests. Would rather to take tests, prefer not to take tests, or would rather not to take tests. Yeah, esas son las tres opciones. Estaba un poco confundido de mis propias respuestas. Alguien, Irma, would rather not to take. No, la respuesta aquí es prefer not. Se puede decir many students would rather not take tests sin el to. Pero como tenemos el to, ya tenemos que decir prefer not to take tests. Some people think it's time we all should learn, learnt. A single international language. Some people think it's time we all should learn, or learnt a single international language. Prefer not. Some people think we all should learn. Yeah, you got I'm on the next one. Estoy en el próximo. Some people think it's time we all should learn, or learnt. Should learn. Yeah, very good, Irma. Some people think it's time. The we goes with the, es que puso el we ahí, pero no es correcto. Some people think it's time we, actually that's not correct. Now, some people think it's time we should learn a single, No, some people, pardon, Ismail, some people think it's time we learnt. Some people think it's time we learnt a single international language. Este no va con la respuesta. Charles Walker. Charles Walker is a teacher at a school in Norwich. He has joined joined or joins the staff of the school in 1988. He has joined or joins. Aquí tiene que poner atención con el 1988. Eso es lo importante que te da, que con eso podemos saber cuál tiempo que tenemos que usar. Irma says has joined. No, Irma, porque has joined es el presente perfecto. No podemos usar presente perfecto aquí porque estamos hablando de 1988 que está en el pasado y el presente perfecto siempre tiene que tener una relación con el presente. Entonces, tenemos que usar, como dije Carlos, el pasado simple, porque eso es el tiempo que se usa para 1988 porque ya se ha terminado. And has been working, worked or works there ever since. Has been working, worked or works there ever since. Hi, Maskell says he's in Huddersfield in Yorkshire. Yeah, tengo hijas in Yorkshire. Massey Ciel. I can't read that. So, sorry, back to the has been working. I put that in yellow. I don't want it in yellow. I want it in bold. Has been working, worked or works. Ricardo says has been working. Very good. Present perfect continuous desde el pasado, desde 1988, una actividad desde 1988 hasta hoy día, hasta ahora, hasta este momento. Yellow, where's the yellow gone? Before has been working there ever since. Before moving to Norwich, he taught in Italy and Wales. Before move or moving to Norwich. Norwich is un lugar en Inglaterra. Ricardo says moving. Joel says moving. Yeah, and moving is the correct answer. Before moving to Norwich, moving. Correct answer. He taught in Italy and Wales, and before that, he has been, was, or was being a student. He has been, was, or was, he has been, was, or was being a student. Was, very good. Pasado simple, very good. Pasado simple. Good. So, la última pregunta, número 40. So far, he isn't, wasn't, or hasn't been in Norwich for as long as he was in Wales. He isn't, wasn't, or hasn't been in Norwich for as long as he was in Wales. He isn't, wasn't, or hasn't been. Nydia was. I think that's the previous one, Nydia, yeah. Wasn't. Hasn't been. Ricardo is correct because this is so far. Eso significa hasta ahora. Y eso significa que tenemos que usar el presente perfecto. Hasn't been. So, eso es el último. ¿Alguien? ¿Cuántos estuvieron correctos? ¿Alguien que tenía 40 correctos? ¿Cuántos estuvieron correctos? No, la última es hasn't been. Escribe ahí cuántos estuvieron correctos los que estaban aquí desde el principio. ¿Alguien? Y ya vamos a terminar. ¿Alguien tiene más que 30 correctos? ¿Alguien tiene más que 20 correctos? Ricardo, ¿cuántos tuviste correcto? No, no recuerdas. Bueno, nadie me está diciendo. 39.5 says Mini. Wow. That's pretty good. Maybe you should be a teacher. Hilda says move. Yeah, I wonder how many got correct. 39.5. That's more than me, because creo que yo tuve uno incorrecto. Okay. Couldn't be in the chat. Oh, Emma. Yeah, Emma, tienes que intentar juntar con el. No sé dónde están todos mis miembros. Tengo muchos y no vienen. No vienen a la conferencia. Siempre hago la conferencia. ¿Por qué no? ¿Qué pasó? Está activo. Bueno, vamos a terminar la clase. Muchas gracias por ver esta clase. Made 2 mistakes, Ricardo. Yeah, bueno, Emma, espero verte en la próxima. Muchas gracias. Voy a regresar con más videos muy pronto. Goodbye.